Hello students, I am Vidya from English Magus. Welcome to our video lesson chapter 2, We Aren't Afraid to Die, If We Can All Be Together, from Hornbill. In this chapter, we explore a family's incredible journey through a life-threatening storm at sea. Join us as we delve into themes of courage, resilience, and the unbreakable bond of togetherness. Before we take up the chapter, let's get familiarized with the authors a bit. Gordon Cook is a seasoned seafarer and author, renowned for his adventurous spirit and maritime expertise. He co-authored The Wave, The Sea and the Mariners with Alan East, detailing their harrowing experiences and survival during a perilous sea voyage. Alan East is an experienced mariner and co-author, known for his contributions to maritime literature. He collaborated with Gordon Cook on The Wave, The Sea and the Mariners, chronicling their dramatic and life-threatening journey at sea. Before I start explaining the text, here is a short overview of the chapter to help you grasp its theme. In We Aren't Afraid to Die, If We Can All Be Together, the author recounts a perilous sea voyage with his family. Facing a severe storm, they battle against the elements and near-certain death situation. The family's unity, courage, and determination enable them to survive the harrowing ordeal, underscoring the power of togetherness. Now let's read the chapter and hear its explanation. I would recommend pausing the video and reading the text at each new slide before hearing the explanation for better results. In July 1976, the author, his wife Mary, their 6-year-old son Jonathan, and 7-year-old daughter Suzanne set sail from Plymouth, England, to duplicate Captain James Cook's round-the-world voyage from 200 years earlier. For 16 years, the author, a 37-year-old businessman, and Mary had dreamed of this adventure, spending their leisure time honing their seafaring skills in British waters. The author's boat, Wave Walker, a 23-meter, 30-ton wooden vessel, was professionally built and rigorously tested. The first part of their planned 3-year, 105,000-kilometer journey was smooth, taking them down Africa's west coast to Cape Town. There, they recruited two crewmen, American Larry Vigil and Swiss Herb Seigler, to assist in navigating the challenging southern Indian Ocean. On their second day after leaving Cape Town, they faced strong gales that continued for weeks. The waves were enormous, rising 15 meters, the height of their mainmast. By 25 December, they were 3,500 kilometers east of Cape Town and celebrated Christmas despite the terrible weather. New Year's Day brought no relief, and the weather worsened. At dawn on 2 January, they encountered gigantic waves. Sailing with a small storm jib, they still moved at 8 knots. Here a jib is a triangular sail set forward of the mast. It's used to help propel the boat forward. Knot refers to a speed measurement used primarily in navigation and aviation. A knot is a unit of speed equal to 1 nautical mile per hour. 1 knot is equivalent to approximately 1.15078 miles per hour or 1.852 kilometers per hour. It is commonly used to measure the speed of ships and aircraft, as well as in maritime and aeronautical charts, logs, and instruments. Each wave revealed endless massive seas ahead, and the wind and spray were deafening. To slow the boat, they dropped the storm jib, secured a mooring rope across the stern, double-lashed everything, practiced life raft drills, attached lifelines, wore oilskins and life jackets, and waited. The first sign of impending disaster appeared around 6 p.m. with an ominous silence. The wind dropped, and the sky darkened. A growing roar followed, and an enormous cloud loomed behind the ship. To their horror, it wasn't a cloud but a massive wave, nearly twice the height of the others, with a terrifying breaking crest. The roar grew to a thunder as the stern climbed the wave's face, and briefly, it seemed they might ride over it. But a tremendous explosion shook the deck, and a torrent of water crashed over the ship. The author's head hit the wheel, and he was thrown overboard, sinking below the waves. As he neared unconsciousness, he felt a surprising sense of peace, accepting his imminent death. In this gripping moment, we see the narrator's survival instincts kick in as he and his crewmen battle the tempest. Struggling against raging sea, he clung to the guardrails, endured cracked ribs, broken teeth and tasted blood. With sheer determination, he steered the vessel, defying the chaos. This intense scene captures the essence of resilience and survival at sea. In this scene, the ship faced imminent peril. Water flooded the vessel, threatening to engulf it. The narrator, torn between duty and fear, clung to the wheel. Mary's frantic warning pierced the chaos, "We are sinking." Larry and Herb battled the deluge, pumping water relentlessly. The ship groaned under the strain, timbers splintered, belongings adrift. Amidst the turmoil, the narrator checked on the children, their resilience echoing the struggle for survival. In this scene, the narrator faced a dire situation. After discovering a hammer, screws, and canvas, he returned to the ship's deck. The starboard side was severely damaged, causing water to flood in with each crashing wave. Desperate to prevent sinking, the narrator improvised by stretching canvas and securing waterproof hatch covered over the gaping holes. Despite challenges like blocked hand pumps and a malfunctioning electric pump, he fought to keep the water at bay. The loss of essential equipment, including spare hand pumps and vital sails, added to the tension. Survival hung in the balance. In these lines, the narrator explains how resourcefulness became the key to survival. He discovered an additional electric pump beneath the chartroom floor. Connecting it to an outpipe, he breathed a sigh of relief as it functioned. The relentless night unfolded with a grueling routine: pumping, steering, and radio communication. Desperate mayday calls yielded no responses, given their remote location. Amidst the chaos, Sue's injuries emerged. She had a swollen head, black eyes, and a deep arm cut. Her selflessness shone through as she prioritized the collective well-being over her own pain. In this scene, we see the narrator inspecting the damage of the boat and his resourcefulness to save it. Despite the water level being somewhat controlled, a significant leak persisted below the waterline. Inspection revealed that most of the boat's main rib frames were shattered down to the keel. Shockingly, an entire section of the starboard hull hung precariously, supported only by a few cupboard partitions. With survival clock ticking, the desperate crew calculated their options. Two small islands lay to the east, including Ile Amsterdam, a French scientific base. The race against time intensified. The crew's sole hope lay in reaching the distant islands, a mere pinprick in the vast ocean. However, their chances were slim unless the wind and waves calmed down enough for them to raise the sails. Unfortunately, the powerful wave had rendered their auxiliary engine useless. Despite the odds, they persistently pumped water for 36 hours straight. Finally, they managed to reduce the water level to the last few centimeters. Their immediate tasks were to maintain this delicate balance and keep up with the incoming water. The situation was dire. They could not set any sail on the mainmast. Survival hinged on resourcefulness, teamwork, and the unpredictable elements of the open sea. In these lines, the narrator explains, the crew faced a critical decision. The damaged hull could not withstand pressure on the rigging, so they hoisted the storm jib and set course for the distant islands. Hunger gnawed at them, and their first meal in days consisted of corned beef and cracker biscuits. Yet, the respite was fleeting. Respite means relief. As black clouds gathered, the wind intensified to 40 knots, and the seas grew more treacherous. Desperation loomed once more as dawn broke on January 5, 1977. In this emotional scene, young John, narrator's son, is shown grappling with fear. He asked his father if they were going to die. The father, striving to reassure him, emphasized their collective strength as a family unit. John's poignant response revealed their unwavering bond. "We aren't afraid of dying if we can all be together, you and Mummy, Sue and I." With determined resolve, the father, speechless but resolute, left the children's cabin, his mission clear: to fight the relentless sea with every ounce of strength. In this critical moment, the battered vessel, Wave Walker, defies the tempest. As dawn broke on January 6, the wind finally relented. The narrator, armed with a sextant, located their position. In the chartroom, calculations continued. Wind speeds, course changes, drift, and currents, all to pinpoint their location. The grim reality emerged. They drifted in an expanse of 150,000 kilometers of ocean, seeking a mere 65-kilometer wide island. Sue, her injuries evident, joined her father. She presented a heartfelt card adorned with caricatures of Mary and the narrator. The words within remained a poignant secret, shared amidst survival's relentless grip. In this scene, the narrator faced a critical situation. His main compass was lost, and he relied on an uncorrected spare compass to navigate through the Indian Ocean. He accounted for magnetic variation and the westerly currents. At 2 p.m., he instructed Larry to steer a precise course of 185 degrees. The tension mounted as they strove to overcome obstacles and reach their destination. In these lines, the narrator explains his conviction masked his inner doubts. He assured his companion that if luck favored them, the island would appear around 5 p.m. However, fatigue overcame him, and he dozed off. When he awoke at 6 p.m., darkness enveloped the scene. The author woke up thinking the island was missed, and with limited sail left, battling the westerly winds seemed futile. But then, unexpectedly, Jonathan's tousled head appeared, seeking a hug, with Sue close behind. They had come to tell the narrator that he had found the island. Amidst the vast expanse of the Indian Ocean, a heartwarming scene unfolded. The narrator, weary and uncertain, received an unexpected hug from his son. His words echoed with innocence and admiration. "You are the best daddy in the whole world, and the best captain." Yet, reality intervened. Today was not their triumphant day. Sue, matter of fact, affirmed their achievement. "You found the island." The chorus of voices confirmed it. A massive landmass of the island loomed ahead, as imposing as a battleship. Rushing to the deck, they beheld Ile Amsterdam, a rugged volcanic rock, its sparse vegetation transforming it into the most beautiful island in their world. In these lines we find the narrator reaching the island safely. 28 island inhabitants welcomed them. On reaching the island safely, the narrator was grateful to Larry and Herbie, who had worked tirelessly during the storm. Their laughter, a beacon in the tempest, defied adversity. He was grateful to Mary, his wife, steadfast at the wheel, held the fragile course through treacherous hours. Her eyes mirrored the constellations, mapping hope against the abyss. But it was the children who lingered in his thoughts, their innocence, their courage. A 7-year-old girl, her brow unmarred by fear. She underwent 6 surgeries to remove the clotting from her brain, yet her spirit soared, unyielding as the island cliffs. And the 6-year-old boy, unafraid of death's shadow, giving the narrator hope. With this the chapter ends. Here is the list of figures of speech used in the chapter. Pause the video and read it. Kindly like, share and subscribe if you found the video lesson helpful. Thanks for watching the video.